Hello and welcome to London, my hometown. My name is Chris Pencer and I've been creating unique street art experiences in London for over 10 years, including Street Art on Skates, the world's first and only live stream street art tour on rollerblades. Today, I'm going to be skating around showing you some of my favourite pieces of street art, specifically by women artists, in what is a really vibrant and fast-growing part of the street art scene here in London. This mural behind me is by the French artist and designer Camille Walala and is on the back of Rich Mix, an amazing centre for the performing and visual arts on Redchurch Street right here in Shoreditch. This is such a big, bright, bold, vibrant piece, and what I love is that because this building is set slightly back from the street, it can still take you by surprise. Camille really loves to work with the architectural restrictions of a building like this, like the windows, the pipes, the doors, and she describes the process of incorporating these elements into her work as like making a collage but on a grand scale, which is an idea I really love. Now this mural above the Brick Lane Brasserie is one of the most striking parts of Brick Lane, an area that's really famous for its street art. This portrait of Audrey Hepburn is by the French artist Zabou and is based on a famous photograph by Youssef Karsh. And when Karsh photographed Hepburn in Hollywood in 1956, he commented on what he called her sophisticated vulnerability, a unique quality that I think Zabou has also portrayed beautifully in this painting. And because this piece is so high up off the ground, it required scaffolding to execute, meaning that the artist really struggled to get perspective when she was painting it. So it wasn't until it was finished that she knew for sure if she'd done a good job. And I think we can all agree, she absolutely smashed it. So this piece is in the courtyard of Zetland House, a building right in the heart of Shoreditch that used to be a print works for the Bank of England, and it also used to be the place where the artist Banksy used to have a studio. And this amazing mural is by the artist Rosie Woods and is typical of her abstract, ethereal forms which explode with colour, texture and movement and represent the dynamic, fluid and mysterious essence of human nature. And in Rosie's own words, she explores those feelings and emotions that are really hard to articulate. And what I really love about this work is the more I look at it, the more I see. This piece behind me is by the German artist Mad C, and she's painted buildings all over the world from Miami to the Maldives. Now Mad C emerged from the graffiti scene in Germany in the mid-90s. It's important to locate her style within the context of what's known in graffiti circles as wild style. And wild style is often so complex in design, incorporating interwoven, elongated letters and shapes, which results in a unique visual language that's really hard to read by anyone who's not familiar with it. Now Mad C originally painted this piece back in 2013, but over the years it started to get tagged by other graffiti writers, and last year she returned to London to give it a refresh with the help of the artist Rosie Woods, whose work we've just seen. And once again, I think it looks amazing. So we've come down to Brixton in southwest London because we can't make a film about women street artists without talking about the amazing WOM Collective, a grassroots movement of women artists who are all about collaboration and empowerment for themselves, for each other and for their communities. Now WOM's latest mural here in Brixton is painted in celebration of International Women's Day and features a series of goddesses, powerful female figures from ancient history and ancient cultures. And I'm super excited to be joined by one of the founding members of the collective and the superstar street artist in her own right, Colleen de Souza. Can you tell us a little bit about what WOM is and why you started it?
Okay, so WOM is a collective of female street artists, and we've come together and we do jams together. We, create work opportunities for each other.
Do you feel like there's something special about London, that WOM exists here for a reason?
London is a place where a lot of people come to chase their dreams, right? It's kind of like America, Hollywood. The women that paint on the street come from different storylines. So they may have been painting back home and then they come here and they realise that the art scene is quite vibrant here. The amount of women that are like, oh, I've always wanted to do this, well, come on then. So it's this fear thing of like coming out and not being as great as the guys. But so what? Let's do it.
What a great way to end this Whistle Stop Street Art Tour. And I really hope you're able to come to London really soon and see some of these pieces in the flesh. And when you do, be sure to look me up and I can take you on a behind the scenes street art adventure. See ya.